But yeah, we found the golf course and all right, it's shooting popcorn all over the tent. Dang right, we got toasted buns. Hey everybody, Outdoors with Unc here, and today we are going to do a solo camping on the golf course. 24-hour survival, if you will. We're gonna access the golf course by a canal or a stream that runs up into the golf course from my pond. And as you can see, it's a cold one. It's probably about 30 degrees outside with a nice breeze of about 10 miles an hour, creating a real feel of about 20 degrees or so. And as you can see behind me, the pond in the back is all frozen over. So it'll be an interesting one. But before we get to all that, we gotta load up the boat. So here we go. Boat's all loaded up. We'll see you on the golf course. And we've made it to our campsite on the back side of the golf course. It is probably around 7 o'clock in the morning. And as you can see, our structure is still here from last time. And I'm excited to do this. You know, I don't have a whole lot of experience camping. The last time I went camping, it was at a place that had a pool and a swim up bar. So like, this will be my first time solo camping, and I'm nervously excited. I'm gonna get the boat. So guys, this is the outside of the shelter. It's just you can see the original structure here in the back, kind of adding a wind support feature. Light breeze today, which makes it kind of nice, but light breeze, and it's pretty cold out, so this really does help. There is a pop-up tent underneath, but it's more like a sun shelter. I thought it was a full tent, but it's not. Take you on a grand tour of the inside. Pretty dark in here, I apologize for that. But we just have our cot with a Thermarest mattress. This is supposed to help hold the heat in. We do have a sleeping bag and our Mr. Buddy heater. So it's a little dark in here, but I can close it all the way off, and I use this drop cloth at work for painting. I also use it to cover my smoker when I'm smoking fish. So the camp's the tent smells like smoked salmon. That is mainly what I use that drop cloth for. All right, so we have camp mostly set up, and got time to kill. So I'm just checking out the local area, seeing what I can see. I'm hoping I can find the golf course. You know, Google Maps isn't overly reliable, but it says I'm about 200 yards away. If you guys are wondering where my dog is, she's in heat right now, and I didn't want to bring a romantic snack for the coyotes. We have a large population of coyotes and bears and all kinds of deer and elk and other wildlife where I'm at. So I decided not to bring her with me, mainly because I'm afraid she'll attract the coyotes. We're just walking down this game trail. A game trail is something deer and elk and wild game pass through, and it allows you to get through thicker brush without too much problems. We are seeing some signs of water. As you can see on these trees, they're all stripped out from where the deer or possibly elk have been rubbing their horns on it. And I'm actually going to take some of this bark because it will make excellent fire starter later on. I suspect the golf course to be, I don't know, you know, it's Google Maps isn't overly reliable, and I can kind of tell it gets a little thinner up here because the trees lighten up. Brush gets a little bit less dense, and I actually think we're coming up on the golf course now. I think it's probably just past that tree line. I hear a lot of people over there. It's, I don't know, probably 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and beautiful day today, so I'm assuming there's people out there playing golf, and I'm gonna go see if I can sneak up over there and check it out. Alright, so we made it to the golf course. Our shelter is probably, I don't know, 200 yards or more, kind of back by that tree. I ended up popping out on a road, and there are some golfers out here, so we're gonna try to be as quiet as possible. But we are out here. I have no idea what hole this is or where we're at, but there's some maintenance guys over there, so we're gonna try to be as quiet and as sneaky as possible. We came in through right there, and we got some people coming, so I'm gonna have to let you guys go, but we found the golf course. This is where it is. Looks like there's a sand trap there. But yeah, we found the golf course, and we can get to here by land. It's about 200 yards of very thick brush, and there are people starting to look at me. So I am going to dip back off into the bushes, and I will see you guys back at the shelter. All right, everybody, we're back at camp, and it's, I don't know, getting 2:30. I had some lunch, had a nice peanut butter and jelly that my wife had packed me, and first ever purchase, a Temu hammock. It cost me $3.25, and I thought to myself, I've always wanted a hammock, and for $3.25, damn you, Temu, of course I'm gonna buy that. And I could sleep in the hammock, but it's pretty cold, and I don't have an underquilt, and to be honest, I hate it. It's fine if you're a six-pack deep and you're passed out after mowing the yard on a summer day. It's great, but for overnight camping, I just don't find hammocks comfortable. You know, I've tried adding a mat to it, which does help, and I've tried sleeping at an angle, but either you're a hammock camper or you're a cot camper, and I'm not saying I can't do it. I'm just saying I'm far more comfortable on a cot. This is the view from hammock. It is just peaceful. It's quiet out here. I heard some golfers earlier, and it's kind of settled down a little bit now as I mean, it's just quiet. Listen. This is the view I've been looking at for, I don't know, probably 45 minutes or so. Can you handle the silence, or did you already click off the video? I don't know. Think I'm gonna go gather some wood because I know I don't have enough. Hey everybody, we're in the shelter and got my little buddy heater going, and it is toasting here. I had to take off my big coat, and I think I'm gonna open up this guy. I'm pretty layered up, so I get pretty warm pretty easy. But this thing is on high, and it is gotta be 75 or 80 degrees. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and we're gonna have a little snack. And we brought, you guys know what that is. That's Jiffy Pop. You make it on the stove top or in the oven. And I've never done this, so I'm not sure how to do it, but alright. I think I just popped this on the Mr. Buddy, and I'm hoping that it gets hot enough. We'll see how this goes. Let's check it out. We got some Jiffy Pop. I don't know how long it takes. One of the sides busted out, and we are spitting popcorn all over the place here. It's hot as shit. Or we'll try rotate. Oh no! Don't. This is not turning out like the commercial, but the popcorn is delicious. You know, I think we're gonna go ahead and turn it up, because that propane isn't gonna last very long, and we're just gonna go ahead and turn that off. Let's see our delicious treat here. Not bad. I'll go ahead and, I don't know if this little handle's hot. See, the handle came off of the lid thing. Didn't get quite the even pop that I would have liked, but overall I'll go ahead and call that a win. I think other than popcorn being everywhere, all over my tent and shelter, I think the Mr. Buddy worked great. I don't think the problem was the Mr. Buddy. I think the foil got knocked around in my bag or on the trip out. But we'll go ahead and eat this popcorn and get back with you guys in a bit. Well, it's about 5 o'clock, and I'd say it's like twilight. The sun is just setting. Not twilight like the movie Forks with the vampires. Hopefully that brings back a little nostalgia, or at least you know what the heck I'm talking about. There could be vampires out here. The Forks is probably about 120 miles that way, or probably a 4-hour drive, depending on traffic. And it's getting cold now that the sun's going down, so we are gonna build a little campfire and hopefully cook a little dinner. Alright, as you can see, it's getting dark out. Got a roaring fire going in the Flame Genie. Had a little trouble getting her going, didn't bring any fire starters. But now we're gonna cook some dinner. I borrowed the grill, Mr. Buddy heater, and we're gonna let that heat up and hopefully have some hamburger. So as you can see, I just used the grill from my Mr. Buddy heater to throw on a nice big hamburger, and I realized I do not have a spatula or any kind of tool whatsoever to flip it over. So I think I'm either going to use my pocket knife or possibly my fingers. We'll see how it goes. I let the fire burn down a little, so it's mostly just coals. But I think we'll be able to get that cooked up and have some dinner. Alright, burger's done. Buns are beautifully toasted. Who doesn't like a nice slightly toasted bun? You can tell they're done by the smoke coming off of them. Boy, that's hot. I can hear it snap, crackling, popping. But let's go ahead and throw some lettuce on that bad boy. A little mustard. What do you guys want on your burger? Ketchup, mustard, lettuce, pickle, tomato. Leave a comment down below on the best thing. Damn, I never remember to shake the mustard. I always get this weird watery ass stuff. So we got a little mustard on there. And now, this is my secret ingredient. Are you all ready? This stuff is fire. Guaranteed to keep me warm on this cold night. I'm not sponsored. If you're La Auntie, please reach out. I go through a bottle of this hot sauce a week, and it's habanero, so it's got some kick to it. But this is my jam right here. We're gonna go ahead and chow down on this burger. We'll see if we can scrape a little of that burnt off. All that charcoal flavoring. Alright, you guys ready for the two? Here we go. Oh my god. It's the most incredibly average burger you could imagine. But the setting's pretty nice. It's actually not bad at all. The burger itself has got like a charcoaly taste to it. Sorry, it's a fine line between blinding you with my headlamp and not being able to see me at all. We are probably 45-minute drive to the nearest big town. There is a little town just up the street, probably 5-10 miles. But there's nothing there except for one store, and it's closed. It is quiet out here. There is no lights, and it is dark. I mean, it is dark. Well, I am going to enjoy my burger, stock the fire, and I will be back with you guys in a minute. Well, guys, it's about 10:30 at night, and fire's pretty well out, and the coyotes have been yipping and yapping for probably the last 2 hours or so, but they sound like they're on the other side of the pond, so I'm not too worried about it. It is a little chilly. It's probably about, I don't know, 30, 31. I guess if we're gonna go Celsius, it's probably about 0. I haven't turned on my little buddy heater yet, but I think I'm gonna keep that on low and see if I can heat up the tent. I got my jammies on. I am ready for bed. I'm gonna flip on this Mr. Buddy heater, and I will see you guys in the morning. Hey, good morning. It's about 6 o'clock. It's actually 6:03. And survived the night. It was, I had some coyotes wake me up around 1 o'clock or so, and woke up, and it was still pretty comfortable. It's probably 29-30 degrees outside. I kicked on my little buddy heater about 5 o'clock, and the tent's comfortable, or shelter, whatever you want to call it. It's about 70 degrees in here, and I got some coffee going. Overall, it's been a pretty pleasant trip. You know, I think the coyotes were a little noisy last night, but what neighborhood doesn't have yappy dogs, right? Well, I'm going to get a cup of coffee, and it's probably not going to be light out for another couple hours, but need to head home. Sure, the wife and the dog are worried, so I'm gonna get this coffee going, and I'll be with you guys in a bit. Well, this is breakfast. I got a homemade royal cookie, and I'm heating it up, and coffee is percolating, so go ahead and pour some of that into my thermos here. It is way too warm in this tent. But as you can see, the coffee had a nice color, not too hot. And I am going to have to turn off that Mr. Buddy, because it is fucking cooking me. Well, this has been Outdoors with Unc, and if you made it this far in the video, thank you. You know, this was my first time solo camping, and thank you for being part of it, you know, and your first time is always special, and thanks for my first time being with you, you know. Alright, we'll catch you guys on the next adventure. Peace. What up, everybody? It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I heard some rustling just outside the tent. I think it's coyotes, but it is absolutely roasting in here with that little heater. I had to crawl out of my sleeping bag. And these coyotes are just going nuts out here. But I got the Mr. Buddy off. I think I'm going to try to go back to sleep for a little bit. And we'll see you guys in the morning. This is what it's like heading back. Can't see a damn thing. There's some brush over that way. I think I'm in the thick. Whole different feeling being out in the swamp at night. Just getting back from the overnight stay. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. You can see the lights in my neighbor's house, but the canal is only about 4 foot wide in some spots. And it is dark out here. I think we got some weeds in our trolling motor. It's also about 20 something degrees and we're breaking ice. But it's exciting.